Conformity in social groups. Conformity in social groups is about changing what we do, believe, or like to fit in with others around us. This change is often sparked by the people we hang out with or the larger society's expectations. A common example is choosing to wear certain clothing brands because that's what our friends wear, or listening to the same music. This behavior comes from our natural desire to be part of a group, to feel accepted, and to avoid feeling left out. While adapting to fit in can sometimes be harmless or even beneficial, it's also important to be aware of how these pressures might influence us to compromise our true selves or values just to be accepted. Academic and career success pressures. The push for academic and career success shapes much of our lives. Society often tells us that good grades and high-paying, prestigious jobs are the ultimate goals. This idea makes us think our value comes from our achievements at school and work, putting tons of pressure on us to reach these targets. While striving for success can motivate us to get through the day, it's crucial to balance our ambitions with a healthy perspective on what success truly means to us personally, beyond societal expectations. Body image and social media influence. Social media platforms play a significant role in forming perceptions of body image, often promoting unrealistic standards of beauty. Influencers showcasing idealized lifestyles and perfect bodies can lead to followers comparing themselves unfavorably, destroying self-esteem and body image. This constant exposure to fake perfection can change our understanding of normal body diversity and contribute to dissatisfaction and pressure to conform to these impossible standards. Cultural pressures on marriage and family. Cultural pressures around marriage and family often dictate following traditional paths, like getting married and having children. When people choose to remain single or decide not to have kids, society may question these choices, implying that they're missing out on a fundamental aspect of life. This pressure can create a sense of inadequacy or exclusion for those who choose different paths in life. However, fulfillment can come in many forms, and diverse life choices are valid and deserve to be accepted. Financial success and materialism. The push to get rich and own many things is a big social force. Often, people judge success by what someone owns, like cars and homes. This focus on things can make people judge others by what they own, not who they are or what they have done. The focus on accumulating wealth and symbols of success not only shapes our aspirations, but also affects how we perceive and treat others. As the result, more meaningful measures of success, like personal happiness or contributions to society, are often overlooked today. Gender roles and expectations. Society often holds expectations for people to fit into traditional gender roles, such as the belief that women should primarily be caregivers and men are the main financial providers. These roles can limit people's choices and opportunities, pressuring them to conform to specific behaviors and career paths based on their gender. Challenging these norms can lead to a broader acceptance of diverse identities and lifestyles, allowing people more freedom to pursue their interests and responsibilities regardless of gender. Age milestones and life achievements. Society often sets benchmarks for achieving certain milestones by specific ages, like having a stable career, getting married, and owning a home by a certain age. These expectations can create pressure to reach these goals within a societal timeline, leading to feelings of inadequacy or failure when one's life path doesn't align with these norms. In fact, life achievements happen at different times for everyone, and there is no such thing as a mandatory scenario everybody must follow. Peer pressure in youth and adolescence. In their young years, friends can greatly affect a person's actions, sometimes leading them to do risky things. A common example of this is when teenagers feel compelled to experiment with substances because they want to fit in with their group. This stage of life is where they're trying to figure out who they are and where they belong, making the impact of friends very strong. It can sometimes make them do things they wouldn't do on their own. Understanding and dealing with the pressures teens face can help guide them through these formative years more safely. The stigma of mental health issues. The stigma surrounding mental health issues remains a significant barrier to seeking help. People often avoid seeking help for mental health issues due to the fear of being judged. They worry that therapy or medication could lead to others seeing them differently. This fear can prevent people from getting the support they need, continuing cycles of suffering in silence. Addressing and reducing this stigma is crucial to create a more understanding and supportive environment where mental well-being is prioritized and seeking help is seen as a sign of strength, not a weakness. Social pressures in the workplace. Handling professionalism, dealing with competition and office politics at work can be very challenging. Employees often feel pressured to work beyond their regular hours to prove their dedication and commitment. It reflects the high expectations and competitive nature of modern work environments. This intention to appear more dedicated can lead to stress and burnout, proving the need for a balanced approach to work and personal life. Environmental and ethical living pressures. More people today want to live in a way that's good for the environment and fair to others. They try to use things that don't harm the earth and don't like things like harmful products or cheap throwaway fashion. Because of this change, people might feel they need to be greener, or others might question them. We're noticing more about how we affect the earth and feel more responsible about it. This helps us think more about what we use and make fairer choices every day. Digital detox and technology use. Using technology needs balance. It has its benefits, but it can also be tiring. Society expects us to always be online, but sometimes we need to unplug and enjoy life away from screens. Being always available can lead to digital fatigue, make us stressed and burned out. It makes digital detoxes and technology breaks increasingly essential for mental health and well-being. Political and ideological conformity. Talking about politics and beliefs in your community can sometimes cause stress. This is because people may have different views, and some may feel they need to hide or change their beliefs to avoid arguments or feeling left out. This shows how hard it can be to have respectful talks when people have different views. It also shows why it's so important to create spaces where everyone feels safe to share their opinions. Parenting styles and expectations. People often judge how others parent, saying they're too strict or not strict enough. This pressure can come from cultural norms, family traditions, or societal trends, showing the diverse beliefs about raising children. Parents may face criticism for their choices, from discipline methods to educational decisions, proving that people have many different opinions about what makes a good parent. This dynamic shows how hard it can be for parents to make decisions while dealing with what others expect and suggest. Cultural assimilation versus preservation. When people move to a new country or represent minorities, they often find themselves in a tug-of-war between keeping their own culture and fitting in with the new one. This might mean feeling like they have to give up their traditional customs, languages, food, or celebrations in favor of blending in. It's about trying to hold on to who you are while also finding your place in a new community.